Hello folks, how's it going? So welcome to my review of One Piece chapter 1021 and the conclusion to the Black Maria Nico Robin fight. The way that this was focused on Robin versus Black Maria after the way expertly handled in the previous chapter 1020 with Robin and Black Maria. Probably Robin's best chapter until this chapter. We got Luffy on the cover of Weekly Shadow Jump with a bunch of other protagonists. Asta, Deku, Senku. It's a summer theme. Also, did you notice the Ichigo in the corner? We've got a one-shot Bleach in the manga on the way. But let's move on. Got the cover page, and it's interesting because last was completely a reference with Denjiro dreaming, and that led out to be what we saw with the illusion with Nico Olivier, Sol, and Professor Clover, illusion for Robin. That turned out to be a foreshadowing. In this cover page, we got Frankie and Senor Pink, which is interesting because that's a tie-in from Dressrosa, because if you remember, after their fight, Frankie said, let's meet up again, have a drink. So I like how that callback. However, if you look beyond the surface, it could also be also foreshadowing, because that's where we saw another important moment for Robin in Dressrosa. So I'll get into that. We start off the chapter with Robin, and the moment I saw Robin, a new version of the gigantic floor against Black Maria, I'm like, here we go. I can't wait for this chapter to get animated, I'll tell you that much. Black Maria's just like talks trash. Oh, that's awfully big. You must be taking a lot out of you. Robin's like, I'm fine. Let's get out. Robin's like, she needs to get this over quickly. So not only do we see something new, a new variation of a gigantic floor here, we see how she can utilize it. However, because of obviously it's connected to Robin's body, she has a weakness. So, but she grabs a hold of the spider that's attached to Black Maria, and that's another thing too. Is like, have we seen a full Zoan form yet? Because the way this chapter makes it seem like we've seen all the tricks Black Maria has used out. She's going to be using here. Black Maria breaks out of it with a stamp. She actually attacks the joints around the wrist of Robin. Obviously affects Robin's body, so she's able to get out of it. So that's when she realizes, oh, your body gets injured too when I attack your limbs. So we actually see it looks like a scorpion needle actually attack Robin's limbs and actually tips it with poison. This puts Robin in a bind. She grabs a hold of Robin in this form. And talk about Robin and Oda not holding back in more ways than one. And Black Maria comes in, she puts on the brass knucks, and she just pounds away Robin's face while she's in the gigantic floor. Obviously, it's pounding the real Robin. And again, this is what we wanted to see. Robin pushed to the point where she has to break out something new. She has to go all out. I said from the word go, Black Maria is the perfect candidate. So Robin transports out of there, out of the way. She dodges and then she tries to get some distance. You see Robin immediately try to get her hands and grab a hold from behind, from a blind side. She sees it coming. She locks it with a spider web, which I think is interesting. And then she says the webs are flammable. A spider actually spit fire, which I think is pretty cool, honestly. Everything ablaze again, and now it becomes even more of a problem. I said that once the fire got put out by Brook, you take that sense of urgency. Now you include that into this fight on top of everything else. And Black Maria again throwing shade while she's attacking Robin. It's like, I seem to recall you saying you'd settle this quickly, defending that disgraced Black Leg, putting down Sanji, and then she just backs up what Robin said about Sanji in the previous chapter. I was hoping Nami would do the same with Ulti when she said what she said about Luffy being king of the pirates. That doesn't hold as much weight because considering how that was executed, in my opinion. And Robin apparently doesn't have the energy to bloom more limbs, and Robin's like, I let my guard down. And this is a cool part of the chapter that I appreciate. So Maria proceeds to say to Robin, hey, don't you think you should ask your friend over there to help put out the flames? And I like about it is Brook doesn't step in at all. Throws, oh, you keep saying moronic stuff, you should make yourself scarce, which in similar to what Sanji said to Black Maria. He warned her, don't underestimate Nico Robin. And she continues to put the bad mouth on Robin. It's like, what are you going to do now, Devil Child? It's like I said earlier, you're nothing but a dead weight. All those big shots know you're helpless. And this is where, again, the part of the dialogue is back to bite Black Maria. It's like, the only thing that value about your mind is you may as well not have limbs. No one needs your help. And then that's what triggers the flashback. So, and finally, we actually get the first glimpse into Robin and what she went through during the time skip. So while she's getting punched in the face, I might add. And keep in mind, she's not on a gigantic floor anymore. So Black Maria is pounding Robin normally. So, and the fact that she's still withstanding these attacks with brass knucks, by the way. So we see Koala. It's like it's a move that helps you out here to focus here. So it's like Fishman Karate, but it's a different variation. It's good. The moment I saw Sabo say, maybe I could teach you Dragon Claw, like the Ryosuken, I'm like, oh my god. Turns out she did something completely new. And Robin's like, if that's how you feel, then Koala's like the fangirl for Robin. So like, she's already strong enough, so she doesn't need a technique from you, Sabo. It looks like what it seems is they both end up showing her a technique, and if you look at the contact, and we actually get the first glimpse, it's like in retrospect it come in handy a few times. After the time skip, when she was the one that stepped up and actually caught the Sunny while they were underwater, and she actually destroyed the rock. Now we know how she did it, because it destroys it from the inside, especially with someone saying "gonna hone in on your opponent's core." Okay, that's definitely Rio, because that's exactly what that is. It attacks your opponent from the inside, from the core, inside out. And we actually see Robin again after to your time skip. And what I like about this is she sets it up first off with a mill floor Fishman Karate, which is such an iconic move to add to her arsenal. It's like Koala and Sabo helping that out, and I like that. We actually see Robin for the first time in a post-time skip design, finish her off with a training with Koala. I hope the anime kind of expands upon that, because it's cool to see Robin. We don't see moments like this. It's kind of like Zoro back in Dressrosa, another callback, because we didn't see much of what he went through with Mihawks, and we got a little bit more as we went along. Same thing with Luffy. We don't know what he went through either until after Landing Gear 4. And now we're seeing Robin, so I like that. So she uses mill floor Fishman Karate to destroy the roof. She uses that to put out the fire. So that was pretty cool and pretty smart. So she put the fire out herself, not relying on Brook. So that's another cool thing. Black Mario's like, you put out the fire, and then I think one of the coolest moments we've seen for Robin, not only in post-time skip, I think in One Piece in general, because this moment adds so much more weight now after what we saw in the preview. Robin, for the first time, brings out Demonio Fleur. I love that name, by the way. Even if it's not the official translation, just like the sound of that. And Black Boy is like a devil, and like she was the one that put her down for being a devil child. And the Robin's appearance in this form, both in a normal body and gigantic Fleur, resemble a demon. And if you look, it also looks like she's using hockey as well, armament hockey. If you look closely, if you look how her limbs are like shaded in, it could be a form of Rio. First off, she throws what Black Maria said to her right about you shouldn't have limbs at all. Robin throws it right back. She grabs a hold of Black Maria, and before then she's like comes up with some awesome dialogue. I'll be a devil if that's what it takes to help these people, to help the people that count on me. So I like that, because it's like she's willing to go that extra mile for the Straw Hats, which we knew, but now Robin's like, you may as well not have limbs, right? So she throws it back, she grabs a hold of Black Maria, and then she uses Grand Jacuzzi Clutch. And that's pretty much it for Black Maria. So unless she revives, that's it for Black Maria. And honestly, I think it was fine. But yeah, that's a hell of a way to end this fight, and a hell of a moment for Robin. Oh my gosh, and I cannot wait until this comes out in the anime. While this is going on, you have Brook end this with taking care of get distracted, and Brook just takes all of them out with Orchestra, which is pretty cool. So Brook was doing his thing, taking care of the underlings or the headliners on the Black Maria, and Robin's like, I overdid it a bit. Brook, we got a pretty cool moment, catches Robin, so it obviously takes a toll, and we cut to Tokage Port, and I'm glad Oda did this after the fight was concluded, instead of cutting back and forth. Back to Tokage Port Udon. We know Luffy wants Momonosuke to take him to the top of the Skull Dome, but here Oda adds a twist. I was right on the money when I thought Caribou was going to bring him meat. He ends up bringing a lot of food for Luffy. He's like, if you don't pay me back in full, I'll be screwed. So I'm guessing Luffy's going to help Caribou escape. But the most important part of this is like, I guess Momonosuke asked her a question off screen, because Shinobu's like, I can do it. How can you ask that of me? That place is too dangerous. He finally, as the Shogun that he should be, and it will end up being, he says, the flower capital, no, all of Wano will be destroyed unless we act. And then Shinobu's like, if I do it, you'll be able to return to normal, and you'll still have the heart and mind of a child. But what Momonosuke asks of her, make me transform into a bigger dragon, use your right jutsu to make me into an adult. So that's a twist I didn't expect. And I'm guessing it's because he won't have what it takes to carry Luffy all that way in his dragon form unless he was an adult. So that makes sense. I didn't expect that. Curious to see what he does if that happens. Is he going to attack Kaido? But yeah, I did expect this end of this chapter, but primarily this chapter goes to Robin and Black Maria. Oh my god. What more can you say? I mean, it may not have been 5 chapters long, but you know what? We need to see what Robin did during that time with the Revolutionary Army. We didn't see that. We saw that in this chapter. So Oda gave all that and more. And the one thing I like most about this, I said it in my last review, and I've said it multiple times. Oda has not shown one lick of Robin attacking Black Maria before these 2 chapters. Like, these 2 chapters were dedicated to this entire sequence by design from Oda. This just proves it. Like, he was waiting for this moment to execute it. He executed it in the best way possible, in my opinion. We could see other new variations of this. Dominia Fleur, I just love the sound of that name.
So with this chapter, Oda confirms that Robin is the 3rd Straw Hat capable of Rio. Luffy knows it, Zoro knows it too, and now Robin essentially, especially with Sabo saying to Robin to attack an opponent from within the core. What else could it be referencing other than Rio? And we know Sabo could use Dragon's Breath as well, which is essentially attacking an opponent from within as well. Now, Jinbei could use a variation of attacking an opponent from within, but he manipulates water in people's bodies, and that's how he's able to attack an opponent from within. And now with this chapter with Robin, essentially knows it too. So I mentioned in the last review how Oda was going to do something with this fight between Nico Robin and Black Maria that was going to not only showcase what Robin could do, but also elevate her worth within the Straw Hats in the eyes of the fandom in terms of power scaling of where she lies. I think you can make the argument she's upper mid-tier. And this isn't me saying, oh, look at me, I'm right, I was right all along, I called it. No, because at the end of the day, as fans of Robin, this is what we all wanted to see since after the time skip. We give her a fight that pushes her and to go all out and give her some character development. As a fan of Robin, as other fans of Robin out there, as a personal fans, as far as I'm concerned, we all win.
It gave the spotlight finally to Robin, and she shined brilliantly. Robin for the win, all day, every day. This chapter confirms it. Best girl of One Piece by far. Now I can officially say it. The Robin fans will be eating good tonight. So that's going to do for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Like the review if you did it, the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel for One Piece. Catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.